Hi everyone, Mark Savage here and welcome back. In a previous video, I was going through asking it as given, and I was going through the 22 processes that are in the back of the book. Now, what I was really doing was I was going through the very specific processes that I use every single day, okay? And I don't remember all of them all. I'll zip through them hopefully all quickly. Meditation I do every day, segment intending I do every day, moving up the emotional scale, I believe is another one I do every day. Let's see. I don't know, there were a couple of others that I do every day. I don't remember them and I don't have it handy, so I apologize. Just go back to the previous video and you'll see all of them. But today I want to go over the processes that I use sparingly. In other words, they're processes that I use every single solitary day. Like I said, I meditate every day, no matter what. I meditate every day, maybe more than once a day. I certainly meditate at least half an hour in the morning, and sometimes I'll meditate again during the day. But I do that every day. Segment intending, same thing. I do that every day. I don't miss a day. I always do segment intending. So the idea here is that there are certain processes that I use every single day, and there are some other processes that I use sparingly as needed. So I have my list right here, so I'm going to be looking at it, so because I don't remember them all. So one of the ones I use is scripting, and the way scripting works is, and again, go in the book, because they give you specific emotional set points that you should be using. So, for example, scripting, we wouldn't want to use scripting in the lower half of the scale. In other words, if you're in like really down low, like at 22, 21, 20, scripting is not for you. And again, all these, when you go into the book, and you go into the back of the book on the processes, you'll see that the processes have, let's see if I can just find, so here's just one particular process. It's called the wallet process, which I'm going to go over in a second. And then over here, you'll see, I don't know if you can see it or not, it says current emotional set point. All right, and it tells you that you should, for this one, you want to be between number 6, which is hopefulness, and number 16, which is discouragement. So you want to be in between those two, between 6 and 16. So again, when you're going through for your own usage, scripting, go in the book. The book is going to show you exactly what set points you should be on, and it's all of them. Right. So with scripting, again, forgetting the set point for the minute, the emotional set point. Scripting is about literally writing out what you want your life to be like. It could be your life in general. It could be something very, very specific. It could be about a relationship. It could be about money. It could be about anything you want, but you're going to script it out and you're going to write it out over, as you go through what it is you're trying to accomplish. And I've used this many, many times. I've been wanting to get involved in real estate investing for the last couple of years. The market's not quite the way I'd like it to be, but I still wrote out a script on how I would like my experience in real estate investing to go, so that instead of having to just go into it, I kind of script out the way I'd like it to unfold. So that's scripting. I don't use it every day. I don't use it that terribly often, but I do use it. Wouldn't it be nice if, this is one of my favorites, wouldn't it be nice if is a great way to improve a situation. So for example, I'm sitting out here and you can see it's a little gray out, right? You can see behind the clouds in the sky, and if you look out, I don't know if you can see the ocean or not, but get out of the way, maybe you can. It looks a little rough. So the idea of wouldn't it be nice if would be to say, wouldn't it be nice if I could sit outside on a gorgeous sunny day? Wouldn't it be nice if the ocean was a little bit calmer, like that, right? And so just do the wouldn't it be nice of the way you'd like your life to be. And again, it doesn't matter what it is. You don't have to be specific into only using it for relationships or only using it for money. You can use it for anything, right? And that's the wouldn't it be nice if. Focus wheels. Focus wheels, I've done tons and tons and tons of focus wheels. And basically the concept of focus wheel is you draw a circle, and in the center is inside the circle, in the center you draw another circle. And then you draw lines around the circle, like spokes on a wheel, for 12 spots, right? So you start at 1 o'clock position, 2 o'clock position, 3 o'clock position, like that. Go around the circle. And what you do is, in the center of the circle, you write out what you want. So for example, let's say you're a salesperson, and you got to make phone calls. You got to make 100 phone calls a day. You don't want to. You don't like it. It's no fun. Whenever you think about making those calls, you kind of get a little worked up and scared and whatever, right? So the way you use the focus wheel is in the center of the wheel is what you want. So you want to be make phone calls comfortably without any fear, right? And that's what you want. But you don't feel that, right? So you start the focus wheel. You start at the 1 o'clock position, and you start out something that's easy, something you can definitely do. It should be in line with what you want, right? Let's say talk to people. Talk to people easily. Maybe you do that. So you write that at the top, 1 o'clock position, and now you're on the focus wheel. You're going around. Then the second one, you want it to be closer to what you're looking for. So what was the first one? The first one was comfortable talking to people, and let's say the second one is comfortable making phone calls, right? And just keep going around the circle until you get 12 things, with the last thing being as close to the middle as possible. And then from there, you're done. And then you can do another focus wheel, another focus wheel, another focus wheel. Again, I'm giving you the basic broad brush strokes here. If you really want gory details, and I recommend you get the gory details, Asking It Is Given. Wonderful book. Magical Creation Box. I forgot to bring my box out. I apologize. Basically, it's a box, right? It's something like, let's see, like this, right? It's a box. Now, this isn't my Magical Creation Box, but you're looking just so I can show you what a box is, right? So that's your box, and then you go and you can write things out. You can go into a magazine. Let's say you see a gorgeous house that you'd love to be your house. You cut it out, drop it in the Magical Creation Box, and you say what is in this box is. What's inside this box is. That's it, right? That's another process I use every now and again. Again, it's not something I do every day or all the time, but I do use the Magical Creation Box. It's a wonderful process. Again, roll in here. Let's see, there's turning it over to the manager. That's one of my favorites, right? So let's say, for example, you need a new car. You don't have the money for it. You can't afford it. You don't have credit. You just can't get a new car. But you need one. You really need that new car. So you turn it over to the manager. And what you do is you say, I know that I have a magnificent manager that can get me anything and everything I want. It's very effective. Something to that effect. Again, it's all in here. And you say, I'm turning over getting a new car to the manager. I'll let my manager take care of that. And again, it's a wonderful process that kind of like takes the pressure off of you. Instead of having to feel the pressure of trying to do something and the stress of trying to do something, you're turning it over to the universal manager. And the universal manager is amazing. It can get you everything that you want. Okay, so that's turning over the manager. The wallet process. I've done this a few different times, and I'm constantly going back to it and going away from it, back to it. Basically, the concept of wallet process is this. Take a $100 bill, put it into your wallet. You cannot spend this $100 bill. You're not allowed to use it. It's just got to sit in your wallet, right? And then as you're out and about shopping, whether you're in a store, whether you're online, whatever, and you see something that you want to get, and as long as it's under $100, you can say, I can get this, right? And you don't actually buy it. You imagine buying it. You actually imagine taking it, going up to the register, giving them the $100 bill, then give you the change back, and you owning this new thing, right? But you didn't really spend the $100 because you didn't really buy it. But it felt like you did. It's the process of now going through the feeling emotions of what you're doing. So then you go again and again. You can spend $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 in a day just make-believe spending $100, right? But you have to have the money in your pocket. You have to really be able to spend it. If you can't spend it, it's not the same. You need to have that money and be able to spend it. Okay, that's the wallet process. Again, all of it's in here. Prosperity game. Prosperity game is a fun game on becoming more prosperous. And basically, the gist of it is like this: you start out $1,000 today, goes into your bank account. Not real bank account. This is play. You set up a little book and whatever ledger, and you do it all out, right? And you say, okay, so I got $1,000 today, and you have to spend the $1,000. So you go online and do whatever. You spend your $1,000 on a new phone, and do some clothing, whatever. Tomorrow, you get $2,000. The following day, $3,000. The following day, $4,000, like that. And you keep adding $1,000 every single day, and every day you have to spend that. So let's say after 30 days, you're at $30,000 a day coming in, right? So then 31, then 32, then 30, like that. By day 100, you have $100,000 a day coming in. and you have to spend it. Okay? And again, this should all be done with fun, with ease. This is not something you should be stressed about. And again, inside the book, Asking Is Given, they're going to give you all the set points and all the details of how to make this work. But the prosperity game is a lot of fun. And I know a lot of people that do it, and a lot of people that have success with it. So, it's something that I use, again, sparingly, but I do use it. And that's pretty much it. Those are the other processes that I use, aside from the main ones I talked about in the other video, that I use every now and again. It's not something I do every day. It's something I use every now and again, something I utilize as needed, as it were. And that's how I use those processes to manage my day. And again, I've been living the best life for the last couple of 3 years. I mean, my life has been spectacular. I have a wonderful relationship with a wonderful woman who I adore more than I can ever even really imagine being able to. I never thought I could feel about somebody the way I feel about her. And I have a wonderful relationship with my son. And so, I have all this, not because I just go throughout my day and hope everything works out. I have all this and I live this kind of a life because I do the work. I spend time on these processes. I'm following the rules of the law of attraction. I'm doing this so that I can live a life that feels spectacular most of the time. Not all the time. Listen, I have bad days, I have bad moments, it happens, right? But I would say that 90% of the time or more, maybe even 95% of the time, I'm in the top half of that emotional scale. I'm in contentment and up, right? And that's because I do the work. If I feel off, I do the work to raise my vibration. I do the meditation, I do the segment attending, I do all these different things to make sure that I feel good, that I'm happy, that my emotional level is good. With that, I want to say thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. This way it gets a little bit of traction, some other people get to see it. And of course, by all means, subscribe to the channel. Come out with videos every month, every day. Try that again. I come out with videos every week. A couple of 3-4 videos every week. And if you're subscribed, you'll be notified whenever a new video comes out. With that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.